All content in this video, including but not limited to text, graphics, images, audio, and video, is the property of Toward Health and is protected by international copyright laws. Unauthorized distribution, reproduction, modification, or use of this content without prior written permission from Toward Health is strictly prohibited. For permissions, please contact us at contact@drtro.com.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today for our Mastering Low Carb event. My name is Brian Wiley, and in my presentation, we're going to talk about some very important pieces when adopting and sustaining a low carb lifestyle. We're going to cover how to shop and stock a low carb kitchen, how to bulk cook, and share some quick and easy meal prep ideas so you can always have some great low carb options on hand without breaking the bank. We're also going to talk about how to do all this while maintaining a budget. And this is really important to me because many people get discouraged from trying low carb because they assume it has to be expensive. And there's a myth that you need to buy expensive supplements, grass-fed meats, organic everything, and wild-caught seafood in order to be successful. But I'm living proof that's not the case. I can tell you I lost every ounce of my 100 pounds, and I've kept it off nearly 15 years without relying on any of those premium products. And also, many of the clients I've worked with over the years have also achieved some really great results just by simply focusing on the basics and the essentials rather than all these high-priced options. And also, budgeting has always been an important part of my life. When I started low carb back in 2009, I had two young kids. Me and my wife were living paycheck to paycheck. And I had learned from a very early age from my parents how to make a dollar stretch. And that stuck with me, and it really helped me in the beginning of my low carb journey. To the point, there's a running joke in my family, and people say, Brian doesn't have the first dollar he ever made, but he's still got some of the change. And that's not entirely true, but there's a little truth to that. Um, so today I'm going to be sharing some of those same low cost strategies that help me succeed, including fridge staples, freezer basics, pantry essentials, and we're also going to talk about some bulk cooking tips, as well as how to prep easy, budget-friendly meals. And I want to start at the fridge staples. And when it comes to stocking your fridge for a low-carb lifestyle, it's all about having the right essentials on hand. These staples, they can help you create a variety of meals without constantly needing to go to the grocery store or spend a fortune on the ingredients. You definitely want to prioritize proteins, meat and poultry, eggs and dairy. Not saying the others on this list aren't important, but the meat, eggs, and dairy will and should make up the base of most of the meals that you make. By having these staples in your fridge, you're going to be prepared to whip up low carb meals without much effort at all. It's it's all about making sure you have the basics covered so you're never left wondering what you're going to cook. Now let's talk a little bit about the freezer. So a well-stocked freezer can be a lifesaver when it comes to sticking to a low-carb lifestyle while saving time and money. It's going to allow you to buy in bulk and always have something ready to go. And same as the fridge, you should prioritize the proteins, but having things like frozen fruits, vegetables, broth, and low carb snacks that are quick and easy to thaw and add to meals is a very great option. Buying frozen is oftentimes cheaper than fresh, and it's going to last a lot longer in the freezer as well. And having a well-organized freezer filled with these essentials can really simplify low carb. It it helps keep you prepared, reduces the need for last minute grocery trips, saves waste, and also helps you stick to your budget. The next thing is having a well-stocked pantry, which is key to making low-carb eating easy and convenient. By having these staples on hand, you're going to be able to prepare quick meals and have options for whatever type of meal you're in the mood for. Just about everything on this list is important, but stocking up on spices can help with variety by switching up the flavors of your proteins and vegetables. Also, the low carb sweeteners, flours, pre-mixed options such as rosettes can be very handy if you have a craving and need to make something really quick. Having these pantry essentials on hand ensures that you're always prepared to make a variety of low carb meals at any moment at home with minimal stress. Now let's talk a little bit about bulk cooking and easy meal prep. This is where you can really save time and money while sticking to your low carb lifestyle. By cooking in bulk, you can prepare large portions of food at once, which means you'll always have meals ready to go for that week ahead. This is going to reduce the temptation to grab convenience foods or make less than ideal choices when you're short on time or in a pinch. And I'll be sharing some strategies and tips for bulk cooking and how to make quick and easy meals from your prepped ingredients. But trust me, once you get the hang of meal prep, it'll make your life so much easier, and you'll always be prepared to stay on point with these low carb goals. When it comes to making low carb eating quick and budget friendly, having a few of these express meals and bulk cooking strategies can make all the difference. And first, I recommend preparing proteins ahead of time, whether it's frozen shrimp, ground beef, chicken. Having pre-cooked proteins on hand allows you to make meals when you're short on time. This is going to give you that flexibility to make different dishes without having to start from scratch every time. You can also batch cook large quantities of food using tools like the oven, slow cooker, instant pot, pressure cooker, even the grill or smoker. These methods can save you time and allow you to cook enough for multiple meals, reducing the need for that daily meal prep. So, for example, you can try some quick and easy dishes like pizza in a bowl, taco bowls, even pasta dishes with shirataki noodles. And if you're in the mood for something different, you can whip up some Asian style bowls with just a little bit of coconut aminos, ginger, and some prep vegetables and proteins that you already have made. And these are all great meals that can be made fast and not compromise on flavor or your nutrition. And to make meals even easier, definitely stock up on the necessary spices and ingredients. That way, you can throw together a meal with little effort and still enjoy that variety. And lastly, always keep quick grab and go packs on hand for those emergencies. So things like protein shakes, jerky, cheese sticks, protein bars. Those are all perfect for those days when you need something fast, but still want to stay on track. And by having these strategies in place, you'll be able to stick to your low carb lifestyle no matter how busy life gets. So when it comes to bulk cooking on a budget, focusing on cost-effective cuts of meat is very key. Um, these options not only save money, but also provide a lot of versatility for meal prep. For beef, I like ground beef, brisket, roasts, steak. Um, these can be used in a lot of meals, and they're great for batch cooking. You can also look for frozen pre-made hamburger patties for when you're in a pinch because these are very quick and easy to throw on the grill and fry up in a pinch. For chicken, cuts like thighs, breasts, drumsticks are very affordable and they can be used in recipes like soups, salads, and even a lot of main dishes. And when it comes to pork, cuts like pork shoulder, tenderloin, sausages, they're all pretty budget friendly. And these cuts are perfect for slow cooking, roasting, and grilling in very large batches. And for you guys out there who enjoy seafood, bulk buying salmon and shrimp is a great way to keep costs down while still getting in some very high quality proteins. Um, these things can be bought frozen, and with shrimp and salmon and seafood, they can be used in anything from salads to stir fries. So they're very versatile. Um, Now I want to talk a little bit about the storage tips. And to keep all this food fresh and organized, I highly recommend investing in freezer bags, vacuum sealers, and stackable glass containers. These tools make it very easy for you to store your pre-cooked meals, and they also maximize your freezer and fridge space. And finally, don't forget to label and portion your containers. This not only helps you stay organized, but also saves you time when meal prepping throughout the week. And by having everything clearly labeled and portioned, you can easily grab what you need and stay on track with your meal plans. Now I want to talk about a few quick and easy meal ideas you can pull together really quickly from some of the prepared foods that we just talked about. First up is taco bowls. Using some prepped ground beef, you can create a great taco bowl in no time. All you got to do is add some lettuce, cheese, salsa, any other low carb topping you like, and it's very versatile and very satisfying, and you can throw it together super quick. Um, I like chicken stir fry. You can take your pre-cooked chicken and toss it in with some vegetables. You can use some low carb sauces like there's so many of them out there, but G Hughes, Primal Kitchen, just to name a couple, they can really bring these dishes together. Um, they're fast, they have a lot of flavor, and they're perfect for when it's a busy night. So finally, one of my favorites is pulled pork. And if you use slow cooked pork, you can use that on you can use it for tacos, bowls, or even as a topping for salad. Um, these pulled porks also pair really good with some low carb side dishes like cauliflower mac and cheese, low carb slaws. It also tastes pretty good with some of the sauces that we had talked about. And so by having pre-cooked proteins and the right low carb ingredients on hand, you can mix and match to create all these meals we just talked about and even more without needing to spend like a ton of time in the kitchen. Now, some more meal ideas here. We got for shrimp. You can take pre-cooked shrimp and quickly saute that in some butter and garlic. Then you can throw it over some zoodles or a fresh salad. And if you want, you can easily change up the flavors by adding some Cajun or Thai spices to it. And, if you just want to keep it simple, you can even pair shrimp with steak and have yourself a good surf and turf meal. Brisket is very versatile. You can shred it, slice it, you can cut it into burnt ends, and it's great with low carb sauces. Also, it's a very satiating option that works with so many dishes, and it's a very big cut of meat that's perfect for meal prepping. Lastly, egg bites. These can be pre-made with your bulk cooked meats and vegetables, and these are a great grab and go option for breakfast or just a quick snack. They're easy to customize with whatever ingredients you have on hand, and they can be frozen in large batches, so you always have a low carb meal ready to go. And a couple more dishes we want to talk about here is low carb pizza. You can get as creative as you want here with the crust. You can use chicken, sausage, beef, even almond flour as the base. And if you prefer something quicker, there are some pre-made low carb crust available, or you can make your own out of these ingredients we just mentioned. I always suggest making two or three of these at a time and freeze them in between some parchment paper. That way, you'll always have a low carb pizza or crust just to pop in the oven and go when you need it. Another quick and easy meal is chicken Caesar salad. Take your bulk cooked chicken and just serve it over lettuce with some Caesar dressing and Parmesan cheese. And for a little extra crunch, you can add some wisps or other low carb crispy toppings. And this is a great option for a satisfying low carb lunch or dinner that's really easy to prepare in advance. These meals are very simple to make, they store well, and they help you stay on track with your goals without much effort at all. So here's a couple more easy to prep low carb meals that are perfect for batch cooking and freezing. And the first one here is chili. You can make a giant pot of low carb chili and freeze portions for later on. Um, and when you are ready to enjoy it, you can pair it with like sour cream, guacamole, cheese, even some Quest chips for some added crunch. Chili is a very filling meal that stores really good, even frozen, and tastes just as good reheated as when you make it. Beef stew. This is as simple as heating up some of your pre-cooked beef with some frozen vegetables, throw some broth in there. This is a very good comfort food if you're under the weather, and it's a great way to use up your prepped ingredients. If some stuff's getting ready to expire, or you just got some stuff you want to use up. And lastly, for a great breakfast option, you can try these cheddar biscuits and gravy. You can make both of these ahead of time and freeze them, and then you can just heat them up when you're ready. It's definitely a great low carb breakfast option that's very easy to prep in bulk and freeze for those busy mornings. And by preparing these meals in advance, you're always going to have something really good to eat that's low carb and ready to go, no matter how hectic that schedule gets. And we are going to have a separate folder on the app soon that's going to have a lot of the recipes and links to some of the things that we talk about in here. So be on the lookout for that. So when we talk about quick and easy low carb desserts, we have a couple good options here. I'm not going to go through all of them, but the one I really like to talk about is the no bake cheesecake or mousse, because this particular one is very easy to make and it doesn't require a lot of prep or an oven or anything to cook. You can you can whip these up with just a few low carb ingredients, and in just a few minutes you're going to have a rich, creamy, sweet treat for whenever you want it. Um, and honestly, I have made a lot of these for parties and other social situations, and people really can't tell this version from the full sugar version. Um, and if you're looking for something that's pre-packaged, there's a lot of low carb sweets available. Like just to name a few, there's quite a few great options out there. But Quest cookies, there's Quest bars, Lily's chocolates, Smart Sweets. These are some great things to have on hand when you want something sweet, but maybe you don't have the ingredients or the time to bake something. So definitely when you have these kind of dessert and snack ideas, you're always going to have a low carb option ready to satisfy any of those cravings that could come up and sneak up on you there. So, now that we've discussed everything you need to stock your low carb kitchen, I'm really excited to share some of these strategies that I've learned over the years to stretch my grocery budget in light of all the rising prices on everything that we've recently seen. And I do believe it's more important now than ever to find ways to save on the essentials that we need. Um, so, like I'd mentioned earlier, I think this part of the presentation, I'm hoping to teach you some cost-effective strategies that you can apply at grocery stores, warehouse clubs, and even restaurants that's going to help you stretch your food budget while maintaining your low carb lifestyle. And I'm going to be sharing what I've learned over the years about leveraging apps, coupons, seasonal sales, and other techniques that can cut down your grocery bill. And these tips, I hope they're going to help you find the best deals without sacrificing the quality of your low carb meals. In addition to, food related savings, I'll also cover how to save money on some non-food items like kitchen gadgets, appliances, and some other tools that can make your low carb journey easier and more affordable. So by the end of this presentation, I'm hoping you have a toolbox full of strategies to stick to a low carb diet while staying within your budget, making this a lifestyle that's not only sustainable, but also cost effective. Now, our main focus here today is going to be on groceries because let's face it, it's an unavoidable expense we all have to deal with. But the good news is the tips and strategies I'm going to be sharing with you today can also be applied to other essentials like clothes, appliances, um, and household or personal items as well. The real challenge for me wasn't figuring out what strategies to share, it was deciding where to start. After giving it a lot of thought, I chose to start where we spend a large portion of our budget, the grocery store. Finding the best prices on staples that rarely go on sale can really make a difference. So what I recommend is comparing the store's weekly ads to catch those deals when they do happen. If you're short on time, consider using delivery or pickup services. This can help you avoid impulse buys, which can often sneak their way into our cart when we go shopping in person. Also, leveraging apps and coupons is another great way to save money. There's several apps out there that can help you track sales, clip digital coupons, and earn rewards on all your purchases. And lastly, I'll be sharing some in-store tips and strategies that can help you save, even when sales aren't available. Um, and like I said, I'm excited to share these strategies with you, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions at the end of the presentation. And the first strategy I want to cover is telling you that you need to select the right stores for your shopping lists. And a great starting point is to compile a list. To do that, you need to compile a list of staples in your low carb diet. Um, these are items that are essential or you buy often, but they rarely go on sale. This list might be things like low carb substitutes like the protein bars, shakes, spices, ingredients for keto baking, um, and certain non-perishable foods. Once you've made that list, the next step is to research and find out which stores offer the best prices for each of these items. This approach helps make sure you're always getting the best deal. While the savings, on these individual items I just mentioned might seem small, they may range from like 25 cents to $1 per item. Those amounts can add up pretty quickly over time, especially for products you purchase often. And here soon, I'm going to share some tips on how you can find the best prices for these particular items. So now I want to pivot slightly and talk about the strategy of comparing weekly ads from your local grocery stores. In this slide, I've used examples of two of the major chains in my area, but if you have more than that, you can use this strategy to compare as many as you want. The first step is to prepare a list based on the groceries you need for the week. Prioritize those items while also keeping an eye out for opportunities to stock up. Another strategy that we'll go into a little more detail later. Once your list is ready, the next thing is to access these stores' online ads or the paper ads. Um, and then comparing the prices for the items that you're targeting for the week. In this example, we see that Kroger's has steaks at a price that's $3 per pound lower than Meijer's. If steak is on our list, this comparison ensures we're getting the best deal for our immediate needs and helps us identify which items may be a good price for stocking up. Comparing the same ads but a different page, we see some buy one, get one free deals. And you notice that Kroger has shrimp rings on sale for buy one, get one free, where Myers has them at buy one, get one half off. The difference in savings here is pretty huge, and the savings range from $10 to $20 alone, depending on the size of the shrimp ring that you get. So comparing these two ads and just these two items alone, if you were planning to purchase 10 pounds of steak from Kroger, saving $3 a pound, and purchasing the buy one, get one free shrimp, your total savings buying these two items alone at Kroger's could easily be between $40 to $50. Um, this example shows how comparing deals from ads alone on just a couple items can still save you a lot of money. The next thing I want to show is how to leverage apps and store loyalty programs offered by your favorite stores. Um, it's not a requirement, but downloading and using these store-specific apps is a great way to access ads, deals, personal discounts, and things that may be on your loyalty card. These apps are great. They not only simplify comparing prices and sales, but they also track your purchases and personalize offers to the items that you buy the most. So using these apps and loyalty card programs can help you save a lot of time and money, making them really invaluable for anyone looking to stretch a grocery budget. So once you got these apps, the possibilities for saving money and time are huge. These apps, they allow you to create shopping lists, and you can add the items to your cart for pickup or delivery. Um, this feature isn't, it's not only convenience, but it's also a strategic tool. So if you prefer shopping in store, having your shopping list on your phone helps you stay organized and focused, making sure you're grabbing the best deals without forgetting anything on your list. Another advantage of these apps is the access to the digital coupons. With just a few taps, you can search for coupons related to your shopping list. Just clip them, and the savings are automatically going to get applied to checkout. So adding these digital coupons onto your into your shopping routine kind of eliminates the need for the old school paper coupons, and they also help you never miss out on an opportunity to save money on the things that you're buying. But a quick tip though, if you do have paper coupons, you can sometimes stack those with the digital ones, and that way, you're kind of double dipping, and that's going to lead to even some extra savings on that overall grocery bill. And these apps also help if you're ordering your groceries for pickup or delivery. This is really convenient if you're short on time or you don't really live close to the stores that you're shopping at. Many of the large chain stores have deals for using their pickup or delivery services, like as pictured here in the slide. Um, you can get free delivery, or you also can get discounts on your total purchase. I often see offers like $10 off your total purchase, free pickup, and sometimes as low as $7.95 delivery fee. So this not only saves time, but this also maximizes your savings as well. Now I want to talk about linking your store loyalty cards to these apps. Every time you shop, the stores track your purchases, and they'll create personalized paper and digital coupons for food and non-food items you buy regularly. Um, Also, these loyalty programs often reward you with points that you can use for fuel discounts and other perks. And this personalization helps you save on groceries and other items. That's going to stretch your budget even further at the end of the day. Another strategy to increase your savings beyond groceries involves the purchase of gift cards. Most stores offer bonus points when you purchase gift cards from restaurants and other stores. So buying gift cards to the places you already plan to shop at or eat can accelerate your fuel and store discount points. So this approach can lead to a savings of $1 to $2 off per gallon of gas, or a percentage of money off a future store purchase. It's definitely a win-win. You're essentially earning discounts on fuel for spending money you would have spent anyway. So in this example, if I spend $100 buying five $20 gift cards, I'm going to get 1,000 points. And at my Kroger's, that 1,000 points is $1 off per gallon of gas. And if my wife and I both drive our cars to the gas station and fill up, it typically takes around 50 gallons to fill them both. And when you look at it as a whole, that's like getting the $100 worth of gift cards for $50. And if you're buying gift cards at places that you already are going to eat or shop at anyway, this is a pretty huge savings. Another saving strategy that a lot of people don't talk about that I want to touch on today is the price per ounce or price per pound. And this is important when it comes to finding out the true value of what you're buying. So, first off, let's talk about where to find this information. On the shelf tag beneath each product, next to the total price, you'll usually find the price per ounce or pound box. This detail is important when comparing products or comparing sale items, especially if it's items you buy often or if you buy in bulk. Even if something appears to be a great deal at first glance, the the price per pound or price per ounce is going to really help you reveal whether it's the best value or not. So, for instance, in this slide, as you can see in this yogurt example, the small individual cup is 26.2 cents per ounce, while the large tub is 20.3 cents per ounce. So if you're like me and you eat a lot of yogurt, you're going to be better off in the long run buying the larger tubs. And if you go through several tubs of these a week, even though that's only about 6 cents per ounce, that's going to add up over time and as the year goes on. Another tip I like to talk about is involving markdowns. So being proactive and asking department managers about markdowns, especially in the dairy and the refrigerated sections for items like meat, cheese, eggs, and yogurt that are nearing that expiration date, which is usually within 7 days of whatever it has posted. These managers are usually willing to offer some pretty good discounts just to get them off the shelves. So a tip if you're seeking markdowns, early mornings are the best time to do this because that's when the department managers are typically on the floor restocking and marking down things already. So definitely don't be shy. Simply asking them if they can discount it because it's nearing the expiration date could lead to some pretty big savings on products that are still reasonably within the expiration date. And even if it's something that's not, you could always freeze it, long as you're getting in there before the expiration. Another strategy, if you're not comfortable asking the store manager for discounts or can't be at the stores early, is looking for clearance and markdown items that are already been done probably that morning. Again, especially in the meat and dairy aisles we just talked about. Meat, cheeses, and other perishable products nearing that expiration date are often discounted, making it a great opportunity to stock up because like I mentioned earlier, you can freeze a lot of these things and use them later. The next thing I want to talk about, aside from the store apps, is I like to call them do it all shopping apps. And these can be a game changer for finding the best deals for a wide range of things. These products often um, are available, but two of the most popular ones that I like to talk about and use are the Flip and the Basket apps. These two apps simplify the process of finding the best price on everything, and you can simply enter your zip code, and they're going to display all the local ads and promotions at all your local grocery stores. Then you select the stores you're interested in. From there, you can easily compare deals and plan your shopping and guarantee you're always getting the lowest prices on those items that you're targeting. It's literally like having all your local store flyers in one place, but it gets even better. Using these shopping apps not only helps make your shopping lists effortless, but also make sure you're getting the best deals. And here's how they work. You enter the items you're looking to buy in that search bar, and the app does the rest. It searches both advertised deals and also in-store deals that may not be in the ad. And it's going to find the lowest prices, and it then puts them into an easy to navigate list. Um, if you look at the middle pack, I had pulled up a Kroger's ad, and you can see the yellow circles around the items. Um, so basically, I pull that ad up and I touch those items, and it circles it for me. And then it puts them in a convenient list that's like in the third pick. Here, you can see every one of those items that I clicked is now in a Kroger shopping list for me. Um, and another feature is you can add your loyalty cards to these apps. When you add items to your list, the app's automatically going to check for available coupons and alert you if there are any, allowing you to like clip those coupons right on the spot. This means you're not just saving money, but you're also saving time, then going to look for the coupons separately. And the Flip app goes even further. It offers you the ability to compare prices across warehouse clubs, um, electronics, department stores, and even online sites. And this helps you always get the best prices for anything that's on your grocery list or not on your grocery list. So you can basically shop from everything from groceries to electronics. And this is also going to save you time on that overall budget. And these are some more pics of the Flip app and how you can navigate the the search bars and create your lists and have everything in just a convenient one-stop shop here. And I said I was going to get to this eventually, but earlier I mentioned stock up sales. We touched on looking for opportunities to stock up on essentials. Um, these stock up sales don't always follow like a strict schedule, but do seem to happen seasonally, which does help make it easier to predict, opportunities to save. Um, Seasonal sales usually occur at similar times each year. Around most of them is around the major holidays. So when you become familiar with the sales around these particular holidays and times, you can plan your stock up purchases, and this helps you get the best deal for everything from your pantry to your freezer. Um, Again, this approach also guarantees that you're getting the best price to help your budget. So stocking up during these sales means you're not just saving money in the short term, but you're also building a stock that can help you during price hikes or long stretches where items aren't on sale. So when maximizing these savings, again, understanding the seasonal sale cycles can dramatically impact your budget. So each month offers opportunities for stocking up at the lowest prices. And I'm just going to go through a couple of them here. So February, you want to look for canned meats and vegetables. That's also Super Bowl week. So there's usually great deals on wings, cheese, lunch meats. March is St. Patrick's Day, and it's also March Madness. This is your best bet for things like corned beef brisket, cabbage, and frozen foods. April, we have Easter and Earth Day, and those are good for sales on hams, low carb baking things like the almond flour, sweeteners, eggs, kosher items, and a lot of organic foods. May, we got Memorial Day and Cinco de Mayo. And this usually kicks off the summer barbecue season, so you can find sales on hot dogs, sausages, and a lot of other meats, especially beef and pork. June is usually the best for deals on dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese. And in July, the 4th of July is a perfect time to catch deals on steaks, beef, hot dogs, cheeses. And stores are usually very competitive for these particular holidays. So those comparing ads and using those apps that I mentioned earlier can really help you seek out the best deals. So in November, of course, we have Thanksgiving. This is a great time to buy turkey, hams, vegetables. There's also, non-food related. Black Friday is in November, so that's also a great opportunity to try to catch some kitchen gadgets and some of those other things we mentioned on sale. And December is kind of similar to November, but you can usually get ribeyes, rib roasts. Those things are typically at their lowest prices of the year. And it's also that perfect time to ask your family and friends for some of these kitchen gadgets or gift cards to places that you like to shop at. So now I want to kind of pivot to talk about buying bulk and dairy deals. So when it comes to buying meat and dairy in bulk, purchasing the whole cuts and larger quantities can save you a lot of money. And often it's $2 to $4 per pound. And while prices vary from state to state, a good rule of thumb is if the price per pound is at least 30% lower than the regular price, it's a deal worth considering stocking up if you're low on that particular item. So my top tip is to take advantage of these sales, but at the same time, buy what you can afford and what you have space for, and just build your stock up gradually. This not only saves you money, but also helps manage your storage, making the most out of each one of these sale opportunities. I also get asked a lot if warehouse clubs are worth it. And my personal experience is only with Costco and Sam's Club, but there's other clubs out there, and each club is different, but all of them, I believe, offer pretty good savings on buying things in bulk. So if you're curious about whether a warehouse club membership is right for you, I recommend taking advantage of their visitor policies. Most clubs offer a free day pass or allow non-members to tour the warehouses. And this is going to allow you to look around at their products, pricing, and the overall value to you personally. It's an easy way to see firsthand what these clubs have to offer and decide if the savings are going to align with your shopping habits and your needs. So my preference is Costco mainly because of all the ones I've visited. Costco seems to have the largest selection of low carb products. But before deciding on a membership, though, consider your household size, your shopping frequency, and the types of items that you're looking to purchase, taking into account both food and non-food items. um, because warehouse clubs offer a great savings on all of those items, not just the groceries. Because you're going to find discounts on furniture, appliance, electronics, automobile services, prescriptions, gift cards, and a lot of personal care items. So you can save big buying in bulk, especially in the dairy section of these places on things like yogurt, butter, eggs, cheese, lunch meats. And you can also save on things like frozen food, coffee, condiments, olive oils, meats, seafood, prepackaged keto options, nuts, nut butter, spices, jerky, all of those things. All of these items are way cheaper compared to the regular grocery store prices. And another thing to consider is warehouse clubs regularly rotate sales on these items, and they they often at certain times of the month offer even more discounts on top of the bulk price savings. They typically notify members of these promotions through flyers, emails, text messages, like at least a week or two in advance. And they give you plenty of time to kind of look and see what's coming up, and it helps you prepare a list for when these items do go on sale. Now, being in line with the theme of being on a budget and my reputation of never wanting to pay full price for anything, I want to talk about getting a discounted or free membership to these warehouse clubs. And what I have found is platforms like Groupon always feature some kind of special offer on these memberships throughout the year. They're often half price or sometimes even free. And every time I've came across one of these deals, not only is it half price or free, but they always include some kind of additional perks, like they'll give you free gift cards for your first purchase or some other bonus items, basically making the cost of the membership even more affordable or even free. So this is no joke. I would say for me personally, the money I save on gas alone and rotisserie chickens more than pays for my membership each year. So the next thing I want to talk about is equipping your kitchen with the right tools and storage. And to take advantage of all the stockpile stuff that we're talking about, you definitely need to know some of these tips. So depending on your storage needs and how big your household is, I would consider a few items to invest in. And the main ones I have listed here, um, we got a deep freezer, vacuum sealer, freezer bags, jars and glass containers, meat slicer or a good set of knives, slow cookers, instant pots, air fryers, stand mixers. Um, all of these tools not only help with, efficient meal prep and storage, but they also help ensure that your food, remains, fresh and tasty. And for that particular part, keeping like the meat and the dairy and all those things fresh, I definitely recommend a vacuum sealer for the long-term storage. You can do freezer bags for shorter term freezing. Also like jars for broths and soups. And I really do like the glass containers for ready to heat meals, especially if you do go ahead and meal prep. Um, Also, a meat slicer and a good set of knives are excellent for cutting those whole cuts of meat and blocks of cheese that we talked about. The slow cookers, air fryers, and instant pots are really great for those really busy days when you need to cook something that usually takes hours in just a few minutes. So I would say out of all the things I mentioned, though, deep freezer is the most valuable appliance for anyone that's serious about stocking up. Um, this is where you're going to store your stock ups of meats, frozen foods, and cheeses. And especially given the bulk sizes of some of the things at the warehouse clubs, a freezer can really be essential to storing all those things. So when shopping for a freezer, I suggest getting the largest size that fits your space and your needs. So you always have the ability to stock up on those low carb options and those larger cuts of meats because as you can see, I have a giant brisket right there in the center of it, and it's just hanging over. So if you found a couple, two or three of those on sale, that's going to take up quite a bit of space really quick. So definitely shop and get the biggest one that you can fit in your space and afford. Some other tips and strategies I want to share is always stick to your shopping lists and avoid overspending. Um, I didn't mention this earlier, but explore your local farms, ranchers, and butcher shops. Maybe you can find some better deals that's in the grocery stores. And all these things I mentioned, especially the kitchen appliances and the gadgets and things, um, you know, try to take your time on those. Um, try to wait for sales, Christmas, birthday, things like that. See if you can get them as gifts or whatever. You don't have to go out and buy everything all at once. So just, I would say, just pace yourself on on those type of things. And lastly, be patient and strategic when stocking your pantry and freezer. Focus on the sales and clearance items to maximize those savings. And I want to touch a little bit on when dining out or ordering from fast food chains, you can save a lot of money by ordering a la carte. So asking for a burger patty or chicken patty by itself is going to keep you low carb. It's very cost effective. And you can also use those restaurant apps to earn rewards and discounts and consider purchasing restaurant gift cards at the grocery stores so you can, earn those savings and build up those fuel points we talked about earlier. As you can see, you can ordering a la carte is a lot cheaper than, you know, ordering a whole burger and tossing everything off of it because as you can see here at Wendy's, a burger patty's $1.49, where if you bought that same burger patty, but you just bought the burger, that's close to $6 here. So, you're going to pay $6 for the burger. You're going to throw everything off of it, and just be left with that one patty, or you can just buy these for as many as you want for $1.50. Um, buy as many as you want. This is another thing you don't have to eat them all, but order quite a few of them. That way you got something nice and low carb to go to later. And, you know, this approach that I just mentioned, the fast food and restaurants, that not only saves you money, but this is also keeping you aligned with your low carb lifestyle. So I want to thank you guys again for spending the morning with me and hearing my presentation. I hope you guys attend all the other presentations. There's a lot of great information here today. So definitely check everything out. And again, I want to thank you for being here today, and I can't wait to see you guys next time.